Today we will be running you through the short and simple process of installing and registering your new INTELLiTROL system. INTELLiTROL is the heart of our remote monitoring and irrigating system, allowing the user complete control over their systems with just the click of a button. To complete this setup, you will need to have access to a Windows-based computer or laptop. We recommend a computer that has at least an i5 or equivalent processor, a minimum 4 GB of memory, at least 2 USB ports, and is running on the latest version of Windows. In your base station and or your agent starter kit box, you'll find a USB preloaded with all the necessary software needed for installation. Once you've plugged in your USB, you'll find a file named setup.exe. The version number will change as we release updates and revisions, but as of recording, the most current version is 878A. This is also available on our MAIT Dropbox under the Setup folder if you need to find it again. Double-click on the icon to begin the installation process. A pop-up will appear. Press Install and the INTELLiTROL software will automatically install to your computer. A secondary pop-up window may appear during installation, asking you to overwrite INTELLiTROL templates. If it does, press the A key on your keyboard. Once it has completed its installation, another pop-up window will appear, asking to install two different MAIT hardware drivers, FTDI and SAM4T modem drivers. Leave these ticked and press Finish. Once again, a pop-up window will appear for each driver, one at a time. For the FTDI drivers, press Extract, then Next. At this point, you should see a license agreement pop up. Please tick the I accept this agreement box, then click Next, and finally Finish. For the SAM4T drivers, press Next and leave the next screen's tick box on the complete recommended installation and click Install. After this, a progress bar should display. Once it is completed, click Finish. At this point, you may need to restart your computer. If that is the case, the software installation will advise you to do so. Otherwise, you are now finished installing the INTELLiTROL software and are ready to move on to the next step, registration. The registration step is critical for use of your newly installed software. If you do not follow the registration process, you will be unable to use any of the software you have just installed. Please ensure you are also somewhere with reception, as you will need to call the MAIT office to complete the registration setup. To locate the registration program, press the Windows key and search for Register INTELLiTROL Modules. Then click on the application. The icon looks like a small key. Please fill out the customer name box at the top, which will typically be the business's name. For this example, I'm using Barry's Berries. And tick the appropriate boxes for the software you have purchased. At this point, please call MAIT Industries and provide the information you have just filled out. If you're unsure of which boxes you need to have ticked, our technical support team are happy to assist, ensuring you have exactly what you need to get your INTELLiTROL software up and running as smoothly as possible. Once everything has been confirmed, you will note that there is an activation code in the registration software. This is specific to the computer you are using and must be given to the MAIT support team while on call. They will then supply you with an activation key, which you will need to type into the activation key box just below your code. Once you have entered the full key, press OK, and if done correctly, you will get a pop-up saying that your INTELLiTROL has been successfully registered. Congratulations, you will now be able to use your INTELLiTROL network software.